Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. this one underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benjamin. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cardinals offense will take the first swing of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Scanning the field, it's Bowling. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Golden. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hughes. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you...
Oh, he's got some space.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent, establish the run game early on offense.
And the Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable, try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave him.
He's got it. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out, first time they've had the ball today. Tight end now in motion. The hand to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference, You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Another incompletion on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Louisville has it back on the offense, coming out ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it to the right side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Bowling. Into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Farrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. And unfortunately, There, they don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Find some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Now adjusting. He turns it loose to the left. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. The give to the tailback. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the 1st period. That's the end of the quarter and Louisville has the edge. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The official says no good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
He throws into the middle of the field. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's St. Clair. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Finds a spot in the middle. Off and running. Touchdown, Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 14 to Ohio State. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. He'll keep it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He'll pull it on the read. Jukes his way for more. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish back on offense. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complementary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back home. Go back to that last drive, revisit it, rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense in what areas of the field, and where are my best opportunities?
Running back searching for a hole. At the 45 on its way. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Using his legs, it's Parker. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Using his feet to buy time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Little touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll send the back in motion. The snap sets up the throw. Takes the easy completion. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He gets it in! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The give on the option. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage with no gain on the play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Content to run out the clock. The quarterback takes a knee. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Might be changing the route. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Gets it out quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab, past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unleashes one. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the... On the set. 47. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll try to take it back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
That's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack and showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebrook, one of the all-time great names in college football history? Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Louisville! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 17 to Ohio State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Gets it to the back. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Kept it, and he's past the marker. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And as soon as they're receiving to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Give to the running back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That's caught. It's Brown. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After completion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. All wideouts, no backs. To throw, it's St. Clair. Got his man down the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver, continuing to come back to his QB.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Here's a heat. Another incompletion on third down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they got the running back out on a route one-on-one. He's got to do a better job separating, though. Just not a good enough route so that when he caught it, he got tackled right away for a gain of no yards.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Cardinals will punt it away on fourth down. Just needs a crack to get a return. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have one period to play. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So,
turning it on. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Takes the handoff. It's Parker. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. They go to the wide receiver screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Cardinals, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Plows through the defense. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Brown has it. Got the first down and more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Cardinals!
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because...
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. He wants a big play here late. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Defender gets a little too aggressive there, and this offense gets some free yardage. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. He'll take a shot. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's not afraid to go deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David,